What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 Brick by Brick. So this is the much anticipated collaboration between Jordan Brand and Nigel Sylvester, who's a pro BMX athlete. So this is not their first collaboration with each other, but this is their very first time collaborating on an Air Jordan 4. So the general worldwide release was today, March 14th, and they retailed for $225 US or $290 here in Canada. The colorway for this shoe is Firewood Orange, Sail, and Cinnabar. And I managed to grab this pair over from Capsule, which is one of Toronto's local sneaker boutiques, so a huge shout out goes out to them. As expected, this pair was pretty difficult to obtain, and the popularity of this shoe is reflected in the high resale price, where right now I believe it's going for probably around 600 to 700 Canadian dollars. But whether or not this means that the hype surrounding Jordan Brand is officially back, I'll save that for another discussion. So the colorway for this shoe is called Brick by Brick, and the actual color of this shoe, this orangey red tone, this is inspired by the red colored bricks found in New York City, Nigel Sylvester's home. So here's a quick look at the box, and this comes in a special edition box just for this release. So as you can see, the box mimics the look of a giant brick. We have this Bike Air branding on the top, and actually has this textured feel to it. It feels a little bit rough to the touch, adding to the whole idea that this is supposed to be a giant brick. And the shoes are both individually wrapped in their own Ziploc bags like this, and then both pairs are looped around using this blue colored Velcro, and it's supposed to mimic the look of how bricks are actually packaged for transportation. So as for the shoe itself, starting things off with the toe box, you'll see how the base layer of the shoe, this is crafted out of a very smooth and buttery, orangey red colored flat suede. So when you run your fingers across this material, you can see the color changing, and I was very happy with the overall quality of this material. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have what looks like a textured leather, again mimicking the look and feel of a brick. On the lateral side, we have this embroidered mini swoosh, which was a nice added touch. And then moving upwards, for the bottom three eyelets, this loops through this lace crown, which is a typical feature you see on any Air Jordan 4. This is done in this tonal orangey red color. And then we have another lace crown along with that side flap or wing. This is also constructed out of that same TPU material. In between this, we have your signature Air Jordan 4 netting, but one thing they changed is underneath this, we actually have a layer of reflective 3M, so when you hit it with direct light, this area will completely light up. Underneath this and back towards the heel, we have more of that super soft flat suede. And then on the heel of the shoe, we have your signature heel tab. This is also done in this reddish color, but instead of Nike Air branding, we have Bike Air branding, paying homage to Nigel Sylvester's biker roots. As far as the laces go, so these come with two different lace options. They come with a tonal orangey red colored lace, along with an off-white colored lace if you want to really give the shoe a bit more pop. Underneath this, we have a layer of netting just like the sides of the shoe, and we also have another reflective layer underneath this as well. The top of the tongue is covered in more suede, and we have your typical patch which has Jumpman Flight branding on it, and this is done in this tonal color as well. On the back of the tongue, instead of Air Jordan branding, the upside down tag here reads Jordan Biking Co. And then the interior of the shoe, this is covered in this silky smooth orangey red colored liner. And then for the insoles, these come with a polyurethane lined insole. It's finished in this orangey red color on top. And we have Nigel Sylvester's brand name, which fittingly is also my last name. So Go. This is bold and visible on the heel, which half jokingly is another reason why I really had to get this shoe. So the upper of these Jordan 4s sits atop a polyurethane foam midsole. This is painted in this reddish color on the forefoot, and then on the heel it's split in red on top and sail or off-white on the bottom. We have Nike Air technology both underneath the forefoot, and it's visible on the heel with this window, and then turning the shoe over to the bottom. So the outsole here is constructed out of three types of rubber. So we have the solid red on the very top and the bottom. We have more of a translucent red in the middle, along with white colored rubber as well. So from heel to toe, we have a herringbone style traction pattern, along with Nike branding visible right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. For those wondering about sizing, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. Jordan 4s can run a little bit snug sometimes, so I'd say that I'm between a 10 or a 10.5. Getting these in a size 10, the length of the shoe is fine. I could feel a little bit of pressure around the side pinky toe area of the shoe. Maybe not enough that I'd want to go up half a size, but if you have like a really wide foot, just one thing to consider, this shoe could be a little bit uncomfortable if you go true to size. For most people though, I don't think this is going to be a major issue. Just go with your actual measured foot size or whatever size you normally wear for Jordan 4s and it should fit you fine. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel like pretty much any other Air Jordan 4. For a casual use sneaker, it's going to be okay, but I've never really considered Jordan 4s to be that comfortable. Even compared to a Jordan 3 or a 5, I feel like 4s are just not as comfortable. Maybe it's because of the more narrow toe box. The underfoot feeling is okay, but I don't think this is necessarily a shoe I'd want to wear if I'm going to be, for example, walking throughout a big city for an entire day, or if I'm going to Disneyland or Disney World. I think there's much more comfortable options out there. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality I was really happy with. All the materials used on the shoe, not only did they have textural variety to them, but I thought the overall quality of them were really solid. The build of the shoe I thought was fairly good as well. There were some very minor issues with long threads. That was an easy fix though, I just cut it off with scissors. And aside from that though, I thought the panels were consistently cut and sized, so I really had no issues with this shoe from both a quality and a craftsmanship standpoint. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, obviously this shoe has a ton of hype surrounding it, so I'm trying to look at this shoe objectively speaking. At the end of the day, I think this is a decent collaboration. Like I mentioned, I like the variety of the materials used on this shoe, and they kind of masked it by giving us more of a tonal looking sneaker. I can see some people's argument though that this doesn't really reinvent the wheel. A few material swaps here and there and then putting on Bike Air on the back instead of Nike Air. I can see that point of view, but I think there's enough changes to this shoe, along with the subtlety to the changes, that I can appreciate. It just really comes down to whether or not you can pull off this orangey red colored sneaker. Obviously, because of the colorway, it's not going to be a shoe that I'm going to be wearing too much, but I'd say that I'm a pretty big fan of this. I think this is a very solid collaboration, and I think the colorway, even though it might not be for everyone, I think with the right outfit, this can really turn a lot of heads, and you can really let the shoes be the star of your entire outfit. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this pair. For anyone watching, were you able to grab these for retail? Did you strike out and pick these up on the secondary market? Or are you just not feeling it and it was a pass for you? As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow my social media accounts. I'll link all of that down below for you guys to check out. And before I end this video, a big thank you once again goes out to Capsule, and a big thank you to all of you for watching this video. So thank you again, and I'll catch all of you in my next review.